January 3rd, 2011. I was on my way home from my grandmother's house from Hyderabad in my favorite mode of transport, train. My co-passengers and I were busy discussing New Year's resolutions. Everyone was excited. Some were going to be healthy by going to the gym more often and exercising. Others were going to read more. Others were going to watch less TV. And many were going to eat healthier. I was one of the many. We were in the midst of a very deep discussion when we were suddenly interrupted. Bonda, bhaji, vada pav! Bonda, bhaji, vada pav! Suddenly, silence filled the compartment. The roly-poly old man in the side who was least interested in our discussion was the first to take action. He jumped up. "One plate of each for me." The silence thickened. Everyone looked at each other and then looked at the man in the red shirt. He slowly reached into his bag and pulled out a hot, big, steaming bonda and put it into the plate. And then he pulled out a crispy, golden brown mirchi bhaji and put it into the plate next to the bonda. And last, he took out this big vada pav, bigger than I'd ever seen before. And next to it, he delicately placed a tempting green chili. And suddenly, there was commotion everywhere. The compartment was filled with sound. And before I knew it, everyone in front of me was sitting with a plate in their hand. I looked out of the window, trying to decide whether I should stick to my New Year's resolution, or should I also order myself a plate. Then, the words of my grandmother came to my mind. And just before I left, she'd sent me off with a story. She told me about this man in her village. In her village, it was customary that everyone got tattoos to ward off evil spirits. People had tattoos on their arms, some on their face, and some even on their backs. There was this one man, though, in the village that wanted a tattoo that everyone would talk about. He dreamed of having a majestic lion tattooed over his back. He took his drawing and went to the tattoo artist. He sat down and said, "Draw me a big lion. I want it to cover my whole back." And as soon as the tattoo artist touched the needle to the back of the man, he jumped. "Ow! What is that? What part of the lion are you doing now?" It's like, "I'm doing the tail." No, forget about the tail. The tail is too painful." The tattoo artist said, "Okay." Then again, as the needle touched his back for the second time, "Ow! What part are you doing now?" "I'm doing the ear, sir." "The ear? The ear is not important. Move on to something important for the lion." The tattoo artist shrugged his shoulders and started again. The third time, again. "Ouch! What part are you doing now?" "I'm doing the belly, sir." No. The belly is hurting too much. I can't handle the pain." The tattoo artist got frustrated, threw his tools on the ground and walked out. My grandmom told me this would be the exact same situation with me if I was to give in to every small temptation that would come my way. She said, "Dear, if you want to hold on to your New Year's resolution of eating healthy, then temptations will come your way and they will feel painful. But if you want to walk around with a majestic lion on your back, then it's very important that you make sure that you know how to deal with the pain." That day, I did not order anything for myself, and I watched outside the window and drank my water until I reached home. But 2 years from then, I think I've done a pretty good job with keeping my resolution. There's a couple of different things that I tried out, and I would like to share with you the things that worked for me. The first and most important thing that I did was keep reminding myself of the health benefits of eating healthy food. Not only would I be healthy, my skin would look better, and also I would be preventing a whole lot of diseases. Diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and many forms of cancer can be prevented if you eat healthy. Another thing that I kept reminding myself was that I can look good too, which was important as well. Then the second thing that I got off with doing was researching healthy recipes online. A lot of times what happens is when you think about health food, you think about a plate full of cut cucumber and Karela juice. And the thing is that health food does not have to taste bad. There are plenty of things that you can do, and there are plenty of recipes online which are simple, fun, and healthy, and taste good as well. But the one method that really worked for me was just this. It was step by step. Just step by step. If I tried to make a 180-degree change in my food habits, I would have never lasted. If I had gone from eating burgers, fries, and Coke for lunch every other day to eating a sandwich with vegetables on the side and lime soda, overnight, it wouldn't have worked for me. I would have fallen off the bandwagon, and this is what happens a lot of times. What I suggest is that you make little changes one at a time. Let me give you an example. Do you drink coffee? Yes? Okay. So in coffee, okay, if you add 2 spoons of sugar, just 2 spoons of sugar, you would be having that 300 calories in 1 glass of coffee. 300, can anybody guess here how long it would take to burn off 300 calories?
3 minutes.
3 minutes? 1 hour? Yeah, you'd have to run about 3.5 kilometers. Now, whether you do it in 3 minutes or whether you do it in 1 hour, I don't know. But it would take about 3.5 kilometers to burn off the 300 calories. It's a lot easier to not eat these calories than have to burn them off. But whichever one you decide, it's up to you. But to be healthy, it's one or the other. But if you want to remove the sugar from your coffee immediately, it becomes a little difficult. So what I suggest is that month number 1, cut down about half a spoon of sugar. For the first couple of days, your coffee may not taste that sweet, but by the end of the month, you get used to it. In the second month, cut down the other half, so you're 1 spoon of sugar down. And this is a big deal. If you drink 2 cups of coffee a day, that's 300 calories. You've just saved yourself running time of 3.5 kilometers. That's a whole lot of health food happening there. Health food does not mean that you have to eat healthy through the day, but it's just about making healthier choices as much as possible. So instead of ordering butter naan, you can order rotis. Instead of eating gulab jamun, you can eat a fruit salad. If you really badly want a gulab jamun, have 1 bite. If you can't stop at 1 is better than 2. So you can make healthy choices wherever you go. All I want to say is that the best thing to do is to go step by step. That is all you have to remember. And temptations will come and go. But just remember, a moment on the lips and forever on the hips. Over to you.